Welcome to another edition of the Christ is All podcast, and I'm excited to drop this particular episode because it is something very close to my heart. Many years ago, I was ministering on the Bride of Christ, and I wrote a song to match the messages that I was bringing. And for the first time, we are going to publicly unveil the song. The person who recorded it is an artist named Kristen Mitchell, and I will give you her information following the song. A few words about the song. I wrote it to the tune of Forever Young by Rod Stewart. And so the bulk of the song is written to that tune. Sometime later, I added a very short bridge, which I borrowed from another tune that was written by a group of Christians. But outside of the very short bridge at the end, I wrote the lyrics in a very short space to Stewart's song. Now, as Kristen performs it, it doesn't really sound like the tune I wrote it to. In my opinion, it sounds a lot better. She did a fantastic job and knocked the cover off the ball in performing this song. You can find the lyrics in the show notes if you're listening to the podcast through YouTube or Podbean. I'm not sure the lyrics will show up in Apple iTunes and in some of the other podcast apps. So give it a listen. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, feel free to share it. And when the song is over, I am going to read to you the lyrics and also give you Kristen's information so you can check out her other work.
I've seen a woman whose beauty is beyond compare. Her garments are eternal and glory shines through her hair. She is a bride without blemish. She is holy, pure, and true. She is the woman God has dreamed of, fragrant with heaven's dew. She is radiant with light, a holy city, the Lamb's wife. She's Ekklesia, Ekklesia, Ekklesia. She's making herself ready for the marriage of the Lamb, her groom. And she is clothed with his image in the newness of Jerusalem. And in his bosom she'll abide. She's Ekklesia, Ekklesia. She's Ekklesia,
So again, Kristen Mitchell is the artist who performed the song. You can find her on Instagram at Kristen, Kristin, Mitchell, Mitchell, music, all one word, Kristen Mitchell Music. You can also find her on music.apple.com. Just look her up by her name, and she's also on SoundCloud. Here are the lyrics. Of course, you just heard them sung, but I'm going to read them. Well, I've seen a woman whose beauty is beyond compare. Her garments are eternal, and glory shines through her hair. She's a bride without blemish. She is holy, pure, and true. She's the woman God has dreamed of, fragrant with heaven's dew. And she is radiant with life, a holy city, the Lamb's wife. She's Ekk-le-sia. Well, she's making herself ready for the marriage of the Lamb, her groom. And she is clothed with his image in the newness of Jerusalem. And for her hand he was crucified, and in his bosom she'll abide. She's Ekklesia. And in the bridge, she came out of his side. She's Ekklesia. She's the city of God. She's Ekklesia. Ekklesia, out of his side, bone of his bone, city of God. And if you're new to this podcast or my work, there is a book entitled From Eternity to Here. Part 1 is all about the bride of Jesus Christ throughout the scriptures, and it informs the lyrics to this song. Until next time, God bless.